Alright, chat, YouTube, it's Tech time this time for a little bit of Psychic Frog Zoo Pile that did really well in the challenge. I think it got second place in the Modern Challenge on the 25th, which is yesterday. So it's got 4 copies of Tribal. No, I was just kidding. It's got 1 copy of Spell Snare for the 1-drop slot. And you can counter 2 drops, so it trades up on mana pretty good. Couple copies of Summon Now, turn it on when you have Territorial Kavu or Scion of Draco. 3 copies of Lightning Bolt for some upstairs reach and removal. 3 copies of Ragavan, best 1-drop you could probably play in the Zoo deck. 4 Tribal Flames for 5 damage upstairs, and also, I guess, 5 damage at a creature, Planeswalker, if you really want to. 4 copies of Psychic Frog, pretty strong 2-drop in the Zoo deck. We added a new animal to the Zoo. 4 Kavu, 2 mana 5/5 that lets you loot or act as graveyard hate. A couple copies of Fable to help fix your mana and fix your hand as well. 3 copies of Phlage that you can discard and then unearth with Arena of Glory. Sorry, escape with Arena of Glory. 4 copies of Leyline of the Guildpact to go with our 4 Scion of Draco to give it a hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, whatever. It's hexproof, lifelink, first strike, trample, vigilance. Then 4 Leyline Binding, we cast for 1 mana if we have the Leyline of the Guildpact out. And it's a very, very strong removal spell on turn 1. Or you can just wait until you fetch your respective triomes, then cast it that way on turn 2. Mana base wise, a couple of Arena of Glories for the Phlages, some Arid Mesas for fetching, 2 copies of Flooded Strand, 2 Marsh Flats, 4 Wooded Foothills are all the fetches. For the fetchables, we got 1 Blood Crypt, 1 Indatha. Indatha pairs with Steam Vents, Spara's pairs with Blood Crypt. 1 basic plains, no other basic land in here. 1 Steam Vents, 1 Temple Garden, 1 Thundering Falls for when we don't want the triomes. Sideboard, we got 3 copies of Doorkeeper Thrull for the white-black matchup, a couple copies of Rest in Peace for Breach and Friends, a couple copies of Consign Memory for the Eldrazi matchup, 2 Stubborn Isles for the non-creature combo decks, 1 Charmaw for Eldrazi, 1 Teferi to stop white-black, 2 copies of Pest Control for, again, Breach and Friends, also pretty good against energy, and 2 Damping Spheres for Storm. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. It's a really awkward hand, though. Alright, we're gonna get Steam Vents and then play the Ragster. Average Zoo hand. Really, really awkward mana. Fine Crew if we can draw lands. Think of what's a better list in your current opinion, Yogg or Mill? It really, really severely hurts my heart to say in the very current exact meta before the ban list happens, Mill is a better deck. Never punished. If you expect to play Breach at all, Yogg does not have an amazing Breach matchup. Mill does have an amazing Breach matchup, though. And for that reason, Mill's kind of okay right now. Goryo's. Okay, well, I've been to Troxa. Revel in your time of glory, Zeriak, for Mill shall fall fairly soon. 5 days. Make a documentary about it. The rise and fall of Blue-Black Mill. Milge. Oh, no, no. It's a lot of Tribal Flames. I feel like I just cast the Tribal Flames. And then we got a plan of just like Tribal Flames. If we draw another land and they reanimate a Troxa. They don't have Grief to take it, but they can get Force Negation and Solitude, and they can Solitude a Troxa. We're about to start playing Tron. A true hero, Zeriak. Going from one complicated deck to another. Okay, this wasn't part of the plan. They're not supposed to be attacking with a Troxa. Waiting on your new Ugin. Modern Tron, I hate myself for this. 2 Ugin Eye of Storm, try 4. Try 2 plus 2. That's a good number of Ugin. I got Ketrabos, Psychic Frog, Prismatic Eddie, Marsh Flats, the Indulgence Ephemerate, Force Negation. I chose Ketramos, Force Negation, Flooded Strand, pending. Draw land? Even drawing land's not gonna do it here because of that Force Negation. I think it would be too many. Card's broken. Do me thing for the raid, I appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. We're losing to Gorios currently. Such is life. I guess if I play this, it might be Force Bait. Maybe I should just play Frog. Frog! How bad could stream Doom? I mean, white-black can never beat that card, right? Yeah, you could just imprint Ugin, so it's like, what's the downside of playing 4? Worst case scenario, you just imprint it on the Ugin's lab and cast Kozilek's command. Goodbye, Frog. Hello, Frog. This game is getting real tough. Hey, somebody's got to do the overseas business. And I haven't bought from Haruri in a minute. That's just I thought I was going to play Yogg at the RC, which I didn't. But I got the Japanese Yogg stuff regardless. Yeah, Mystic Forge is not great. That's right. JP Appreciating King. I did take Japanese in high school. So give or take, I could read about 80% of the symbols on these cards. Not some of the more complex kanji. Maybe like 70%. I actually wonder how much Japanese I've actually retained. Probably not much. Kind of one of those things I never practiced every day past high school, so probably forgot most of it. Another, I think it's safe to scoop, but I'm trying to pull out my Deathrise Shaman out of its top loader right now. But I am going to scoop. I just got to show chat how prepared I am for Monday. The gang's all here, chat. We got 4. All board Deathrise Shamans. We're ready for Monday, chat. Cope. Biblically accurate, correct DRCs or DRSs. Two rest in peace. 2 consign, 2 stub. I think I want no bolts and then Teferis. What a cope hard as hell, chat. I believe. I believe in the Deathrise Shaman that believes in me. Like I said, if Deathrise Shaman gets unbanned, look, I got my meme bottle of Saratoga sparkling water right here. I will fill a bowl with ice, wake up at 4:30 in the morning, dunk my freaking face in it, and play 24 hours of Deathrise Shaman, chat. We're gonna lock the fuck in if Deathrise Shaman gets unbanned. But it's also a big if. 4:30 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever it may be. I'll donate Nelv's list. Deal. I don't think I can keep this hand. I can definitely keep this one. We're going to put Deathrise Shaman in literally everything possible. Unless this is Just Guy deck, it's getting Deathrise Shaman. Just in case to get rid of Leyline. Savage Knuckleblade. Included. Yeah, the Jeskai decks will also play it. They'll just splash another color. I gotta consign my Scion. Okay, no. Sometimes lucky. Don't do Matroxa. Pretty please. Scoop. Said I freaking give up, man. This is bull. Alright, on the draw, I think I want the Doorkeepers. We board out the Tribal Flames, which might be risky because we can't go upstairs then. Drop a Consign. I guess. 10's mid minus, but I guess. So I can get Thundering Falls, play that, and then get Blood Crypt. That's gonna be my 3-land sequence. Yeah, catch your most bodies Jund for sure. But at the same token, like, isn't the Ketchumos deck just Jund in its own way? I just pass and have more options up with the Doorkeeper. I could just jam Frog here, but it's kind of risky. Flash in the Doorkeeper Thrull, and then whatever the Goryo's back doesn't get an ETB anymore. So that's kind of nice. Could also just stub the Goryo's if they don't play land, but they do play land. I also have to get something in the graveyard first. I could Surveil and then get it, I guess. And I could stub. Either way, I think I'm flashing Doorkeeper Thrull. The upside's too high if I draw Phlage. Time to show them the door. Monstrous Rage is banned in Standard. I'm not surprised. Had to figure that one was coming. I guess with the way this lines up, I kind of can't hold up Stubborn Denial. No matter what I do. Here, I'll post my hot takes. And these are my hot takes. Here, I'll pin it. Guess I'm not leaving up stub. That doesn't work. Really? Just a blank. Man. Alright, I'll just post a screenshot in Discord. And then link said screenshot. That's the genius way to do it. Does that one work? Try that one. Frog. For me, Yorion's like we don't need 80 cards in Constructed unless you're playing Commander. Yeah, when Discord links were reasonable size. Not anymore. The future's now, bunny. Yeah, Dexterity. I get it. Dexterity ain't easy. Hey, why do you think 4 mana pod would break Modern? It's under the why is this still banned section. I think it should be unbanned because it will not do anything. Oko, like, honestly, Oko might be fine. Oko's also just obnoxious as hell. And for that reason, I'm out. Killing my Doorkeeper Thrull. No. I don't think it's like completely unreasonable to unban Oko, but I don't think it's a great idea either. Golgari Grave Troll sucks. That card is not good. Dredge 5 to Dredge 6 is not that big of a difference. Everybody's like main decking 4x Relic right now too. I think it's totally fine to bring it back. I think it would struggle in the current meta. Right, you just have more dredgers, but at the same time, it's like, is that gonna make the deck good? All right, we did it. Yoriad was banned for a reason as well, which was dexterity. Hot take, I don't think they should unban cards once they're banned. The risk is too high for the potential reward. I disagree 100% completely. Fire design makes it so that way the old cards are not as good as the new cards. So the power level of the old cards is significantly diminished over time to the point where they can definitely just come back and be totally fine in the format. Like Splinter Twin. Why was Splinter Twin on the ban list for so long? People are like, oh, it's gonna break mod, it's gonna break mod, it's gonna break mod. It sucked. It did nothing. It still sucks. They pitched Tezzeret. That's crazy work. Uh Alright. We gotta surveil. Made the format less fun. But that's the thing, is like the format was so much more fun when the unbannings happened for over a month. It was so much more fun. It's a breath of fresh air. Things will always have to constantly be readjusted. If you can re-engage excitement in the format, that's a dub. Even if it's for a limited time, they have to go do readjusting again, that's fine. It's a risk worth taking to just breathe new life into the format and eliminate the monotony of having to play Modern Horizons Tribal over and over and over against each other until, because we don't get to play these banned cards that don't deserve to be banned. That's my 2 cents. Getting rolled by this. Yeah, Wild Nacatl should have stayed banned. Jace the Mind Sculptor should have stayed banned. You know, people still love playing Jace the Mind Sculptor in Modern, so much so they're playing shitty Terminus and Brain Surge with Jace the Mind Sculptor just to feel something, because the nostalgia of Jace the Mind Sculptor is so high that people just want to like experience it again. It's the same. This is why you unban cards, right? It's for a nostalgic reason, because they're fun to play with. They're just fun. We get bored slower. I don't know. I hear a lot of bitching. Maybe if you guys bitch less, then I wouldn't think you're so bored. Uh, uh, Play less, bitch more. Simple. Not a bad idea when you put it like that. What's up, Secret Fate? He's right. Ban everything that says target player shuffles their library. Can't have any of those. Canister is my top 5 favorite trash talkers. That's because Canister uses such few concise words to talk copious amounts of shit that it's beautiful. I gotta mulligan this. Alright, we're gonna keep the one lander and hope for the best. Seagate tapped. Land? Nope. Land? Uh-oh. Alright. Might be over. Please draw better. Okay. Oh, counter my Scion. Okay. You won't get Force Spike, Dingo. Run your spell out. I didn't have a choice. Thanks for that sideboard I never use anytime. Bloom. 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 Matchup does not seem great. I have one basic in my deck. Oh. This is the most depressing tier 1 draw. Ban Storm. Are we complaining about Storm now? Is Storm too good for Modern? Probably. You know that deck can kill on turn 2? That's crazy. It's too boring. Come on. Putting Grief in GT tier. I get why they're on the ban list. Because I don't think they make for the great. They don't make for the best play patterns. But I think they could come. They should come off the list. Asterisk. I miss Scam. GT's miserable. I don't know. When energy spits out 700 cats on turn 4, you're gonna be pretty happy to GT them. I think GT you first. Unless they're playing Stoneforge Mystic, I highly doubt that they're gonna be playing GT. But maybe. Could be Skull Clamp. Yeah, would GT? I don't even think it would fit in the deck. Would it? Do you even want Stoneforge GTA in your energy list? Probably not. People will try it, but I don't think it's gonna end up being meta. Fair Stoneforge Mystic is real bad. I just have PTSD. There it is. A lot of the reason why things are still on the ban list is because of people having bad memories of said card when they were legal. But times have changed. Times have changed, chat. It's okay to try again. I'm on the boat of I'd rather them unban too many things than not unban enough. I feel that kind of crazy. I mean, is Field of the Dead actually crazy? No, it's not. Titan kills you with one amulet and escape shift right now. What is Field of the Dead gonna do? That's just more like Uro Oko Astrolabe PTSD. kind of want to keep this in my hand. If they resolve Titan, they're not search for Field of Dead. They're killing you. They're not gonna search for Field of Dead. They're gonna kill you. So rude. Yeah, it's like if they don't have Amulet or Splunking in play, then maybe. But you're probably winning if they're casting a Titan and they don't have Amulet or Splunking in play. At least you should be. If your deck is modern power level, you should be winning at that point. Yeah, how are they resolving a Titan then? You let them naturally play 6 lands. That's kind of your own fault. I feel like they have Solitude. Maybe I'm just the Tribal Flames this. Well, let's see what they do here. I play Yawgmoth. Well, that's not a modern power level deck. No, I'm just kidding. Certain decks will struggle against it. Like this one, for example, will have a really bad time against Field of Dead, but that's what you get for playing mediocre cards in Modern. Welcome to the new age, old man. I think I'm gonna run into a Terminus. I still, I still don't understand why Gigante got the axe. I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. Gigante is free. It's like, yeah, it's free, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't make deck building the most interesting, but Gigante was really not overpowered. Gigante was Gigante was in fact underpowered for what it actually was, which is a 5-mana reality smasher you have to pay 3 to put in your hand. Uh-oh. You have important news? Share thy news. You beat Reed Duke round 1. They said exciting news. Nope, said important. Touche. 1, 2, 1, 2. I need another red source here. I can't. Kavu plus Tribal Flames plus Stubborn Dial. Oopsies. Alright, well, pass. I'm not gonna be disappointed at all. You think I shed a tear for a Tron player? Never once in my life. Most of the time you have Arena of Glory plus Giganta, which is why I call it like a 5-mana Reality Smasher. Because that's what it was most of the time. I'm gonna haste Kavu. Bolt them. Phlage. Solitude. The Tudester. What Deathrite Shaman list have you cooked? Well, that's the cool part about Deathrite Shaman. You don't have to build around Deathrite Shaman. Deathrite Shaman builds around you. It can go in anything. It's like a Swiss Army knife of 1-drops. Any green deck, any black deck, it goes right in there. Bada bing, bada boom. Slap yourself a little off-colored shock land, and you got yourself a 2-mode Deathrite Shaman. Vote you. Now, if your deck doesn't have green and black in it, change that. Hasty Kavu. Wish I could haste this frog. I'll never get to haste a frog. It's Moj. Can you stop? You have Solitude also. Oh, you're making me so mad. Mockingbird haste a frog. I wish. Do you not want Shaman unbanned? Oh no, I definitely do. I think that card's sweet as hell. I have pinned up top what I want to see unbanned. It's my tier list. Somebody tag like you, me, and Mangu in a Twitter post with this tier list and like make a tier list. And I was like, okay, I'll make one for funsies. Never posted it though, because I'll get my throat slit on Twitter for posting an opinion. So now I just get to air my grievances out here instead. I'm scared. Look, last time I posted an opinion on Twitter, I was told I should never try to design a magic card ever again. Oh, they have. I didn't even realize they have energy. Oops. -1 card. Not that it matters. Oh, your bolt. Okay. And with your tribal flames. Cool. Yeah, that was the. It was. So my idea for this card was if you created the storm mechanic, but you put it into like a physical counter and like actually made a storm count part of the storm mechanic, and then you had this card that would reduce the storm count by 3 to give you 1 red mana. So it would be a balance between like you have to manage your storm count with how much mana you should make. So 1 red, reduce the storm count by 3, add 1 red mana, repeat this process any number of times on a sorcery. So Runaway Steamkin? No. No, because you don't have to have it out as a creature. Just a 1 mana sorcery. I thought it'd be a really cool design, but the general populace of Magic the Gathering players did not agree. 1 red sorcery, reduce the storm count by 3, add 1 red mana, repeat this process any number of times. It's probably a rules nightmare for whatever, but I think it'd be really, really fun in Modern Storm. People hate Storm. This is true. People hate Storm. Also, people don't like altering like the number of spells cast in a turn, but cards like Ral already do that. Like Ral doesn't care about the storm count. Ral has you track a separate, weirder storm count to keep track of his loyalty compared to the actual storm count. So does reducing the storm count actually matter? Probably not. I just think it'd be a fun way of balancing like the number of spells you cast in a turn and the amount of mana you need. So it's like, oh, I want to reduce the storm count by 9 to add 3 red mana to my pool. Because in it itself, that card is not good. It's 1 red, add 1/3 of a red mana. Like you're going down on mana when you cast that card. I don't think I can keep this either. And I thought it was a cool design. Alas, I was shunned for my design. Let's get rid of both Leyline Bindings, I think. Yeah, you have to like phrase it very specifically, but I think a card design like that could work. And in response, Mason suggested, hey, what if we have a card that's like, the storm count is always 5? That's like, that's more of a storm hate piece than it is like a storm enabler. But I think that's also kind of a cool route to take it. Chrome Box unbannable. I put it in the Simian Spirit Guide tier of like, you probably could, but should you? You could, but should you? I have to get Blood Crypt now, right? Because I can't fetch it with the Flooded Strand. My entire row is you could, but should you? Like, I don't think that card's a design mistake. I don't know if it's more of like a... It's a little bit more of a design mistake than like Mox Opal. But by how much? I don't think that much. Gotta get Steam Bits if I want to cast Frog. And I do! The Frog! Go. Add 1 red for every 3 spells cast before this one, rounding down, or reduce the count of any storm cards. Yeah, something like that. Either way, cool design space to work with. But everybody's too much of a coward to try to work in that design space. Zoo, PogChamp. I want to touch all the design space. I want to get my filthy, grubby mitts on all the design. Please don't wrath me, I'll be minorly inconvenienced. Ah, good old Orange Champ. I don't think I can commit any more to the board at this point. I think I have to pass. I have a feeling some sort of sweeper's coming. Or not. Create my Crab Lord. Galv. My frog. Oh, I can hit it for almost lethal. Hey, and that's the rest of lethal. Yay. Yeah, I went to bed, sorry, chat. Never to return. Is this for CS or is this for Marvel Rivals? Sounds like CS. I think they're gonna quick scope op on the site B. Zoomir. So I think phase that. I mean, here's the thing about phase. They're not as good as the DB clan. I think the boys could take phase in Call of Duty and Magic. That's just my 2 cents. Now we'll start training Spike and Mangu and Doom and Canister. We'll make a sick COD team. No shot, you boomers can do anything in COD. You don't know that. I'm not saying you should drop your life savings on multiple play sets of Deathrite Shaman like I did, but I'm not saying you shouldn't. Buy high and never unbanned. Like Kavu. I mean, you might profit. It was also like really risky to do this, but it'll be fine. Should have attacked first and then fetched. Now we get to bluff something at least, but I shouldn't have shocked the other one in. Especially not in the aggro mirror. Oh, that's pretty good. Is that a first strike trampler? Is Frog worth playing in this list? I don't know. Trying to find that out together. Consign. This should be lethal, unless I am miscounting somewhere. Oh, I play Frog. I love you, Frog. Just know in a different timeline I play you. What do we want in the mirror? Darkest timeline. It's the best timeline. I don't want Lightning Bolt. Phlage is kind of weak too. We're probably better than Bolt still. Now I'm gonna lose to a Ragavan. For my hubris and my mouth running. This list got second place in the challenge. How bad could it be? I mean, technically anything that's not breach is subpar at the moment, let's say. Compared to breach. But Zoo has some like unbeatable draws, and then Zoo has some atrocious draws. If you can get more unbeatable draws than atrocious draws, you're sitting pretty. You're a super Travel Flames hater. I think Travel Flames is that bad. I think I like it more than Frog in this build. Because I think you are at aggro deck at heart. Guess that means we're gonna go get Steam Vents? Or I get Sacred Foundry. No, I can't get Sacred Foundry. Gotta be Steam Vents here. I gotta hand shuffle these 4 Deathrite Shamans until morale improves, chat. Cope, come back. Deathrite Shaman, come back, I miss you. Kavu. Watch my knees on the Deathrite Shaman. My poor Manamo. You're suing, by the way? I'll see you in court. Kind of wanted to take this, but I think taking this is probably just better. And hoping that they never draw a Scion. Because if they do draw a Scion, I'm dead. Don't take financial advice from a guy on the internet. Or any advice, really. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Alright. Send it. Well, that's bad for me. Please don't binding the binding. Okay. Reverse advice. Chat's giving me advice. They do that all the time. Regardless of whether or not I ask for it. Alright, Big Draco. Get the job done. You're $30 in the hole. You'll never financially recover from this. I almost spent like $60 on Deathrite Shamans. I had to stop myself. I was gonna buy like 9 copies. They're getting expensive though. I waited too long to buy mine. Not a financial advice stream. You should not buy Deathrite Shaman unless it does get unbanned, at which point I told you so. I don't have Arena yet. I guess I should play Arena of Glory. I might want to Surveil. Oh, that's not bad. Totally getting unbanned though? Yeah. Yeah. Totally. It's Phlage time. Going to 5. And to 4 to fetch. I go back up to 8. Is that even worth it? Whereas if I go to 9, no, I'm still dead. Well, okay. Leyline Binding, please. You're almost good. I mean, hey, that's not bad. What I have to jump? Smoge. I can like make another hasty Scion and then jump again. I was assuming that they don't have Consign to memory, which they might. No. That's right. If you buy 4 Deathrite Shamans, you will own 4 Deathrite Shamans. Unless there's shipping and selling complications, at which point you will not own 4 Deathrite Shamans. That is also not my fault. Play 2 Scions, double block. Lose both if they shoot one. That's so bad. Are you the mailman? You don't know what I do off stream. I could be. Not cool. Don't appreciate what you just did there, opponent. Maybe I want consigns. Maybe they're kind of onto something there. I feel like Fable's slow. I do take a lot of walks around the neighborhood. But it's not delivering mail, foolish chat. It is stealing mail from people's porches. Known porch pirate young dingo. Well, his hand's crazy. Yeah, you look like you would do that? Okay, first off, what does that mean? Second, actually answer first. Sometimes his deck looks broken, sometimes his deck does nothing. Such is the way of life. I guess. Oh, that's a lot of Scions. That's a spicy Scion. Exactly. What do you mean by that? Care to explain? This doesn't get a color on the stack, right? Second Scion. Scoop. Sit up. I mean, I gotta keep this hand. Yeah. RIPJ, bro. A legend. Cube God. Can I beat double Scion? I don't think so. Everybody should believe right now. Because they just cast the Lava Spike. Yeah, it's a good day for Leyline Scion, one way or another. I'm a very accomplished equestrian. Sorry, that was a tough one. Equestrian massage therapist. I'm a computer engineer by degree only. Squarian. Wait a minute. I have a piece of paper that says I'm a computer engineer, if that counts. I don't believe that piece of paper to this day. No way they let somebody like me be a computer engineer. Society's doomed. Hardware, software, it was both. It was like a hybrid. Another skull crack incoming. My skull. Well, I mean, I could just be dead. Wouldn't take a lot to kill me here. Just baited everybody. Just said, oh, chat, believe. Surely they don't have double skull crack, chat. Just believe. Dies of skull crack. Fable seems kind of slow. I actually can't believe I lost that. That's kind of crazy. My college software dev was kind of separated from the stuff that I actually cared about circuitry. So mine, they had computer science and computer engineering. That was like the two divisions they split it up in. Engineering was like less computer science, more circuitry and hardware, and then computer science was less hardware and circuitry, more coding. Hardware is so much more chill than software. I actually dislike the hardware part significantly. I wish I took comp sci. Comp sci was more up my alley. The circuitry stuff, was a struggle for me. I think software is so much easier, but I've also been coding. So before I went to college, I did coding for like 2 years before I went to college, so it just came more naturally to me, I guess. You just get computers to tell you how to build a circuit. True. So computer science was a lot more natural to me. I I took like AP computer science in high school. Got a 5 on the AP test, baby. I don't know, computer software is very much just like learning another language. It's like learning like Japanese or something. Once you understand how like the structural stuff works, you can kind of just like build your own sentences, for lack of a better term. I scored a 5 on my A push exam after ignoring all my homework for the year. The one exam I didn't score a 4 or higher on was AP Euro. I got a 3 on my AP Euro exam, and I got like a B minus, almost C in that class. I am like the worst history student of all time. I just don't understand history. You give me more than one name, I get confused. I got a 4 on AP US history. AP Euro? Hell no, I couldn't remember those European names. Hopefully draw land. Yeah, I have a more like math-centric brain than like memorizing history. Mathematical stuff comes, or statistical stuff comes like a lot easier to me. But everybody has their like own way of learning, right? I don't have a survey land here. So we're gonna naturally draw a land off the top. Hiya. It's over. It's over. I failed you guys. It's a 3-dash. Marsh Flats, Catfetch, Thundering Falls. Turns out. Yeah, I also think it's because I'm not super interested in history. So it's harder for me to memorize stuff because I didn't really care. I'm like, no, I don't really care about like the Stamp Act of 18 whatever. No standard today. Just doing a little short stream. And tomorrow or Friday, one of the 2 days, we're going to do a cooking stream. Probably Friday. Cooking stream with Mama Dingo. I don't have a degree, but I work with my hands basically my entire life, and I fix, maintain, and install industrial air compressors for a living. Hell yeah. Honestly, I have a degree, I don't use it. Just because you don't have a degree, it doesn't mean you're incapable of doing the work necessary to have a good job. Turns out. Land. All right. We're live at least. Did we live? We did not live. Dude, having a degree and then trying to graduate and get a job immediately after was like one of the hardest things of all time. One, if you didn't do any networking in college like I did, I just focused 100% on my schoolwork and I ignored like everything else. It's like impossible to find a job. They're like, all right, you need like 3 years of experience for this entry level engineering job. And I'm like, how am I supposed to have 3 years of experience if I just got out of college? They're like, oh, you should have done projects while you were in college. I'm like, I have school projects. They're like, no, we want other projects like passion projects that you worked on separately. I'm like, when did I have time for that? Because I had to finish college in 3.5 years, so that way I didn't accrue copious amounts of college debt from being in said college. Anyways, I could rant about that for forever. Yeah, exactly. My degree got me some nice debt. Yeah, finding an internship and like taking. If I had to redo college, that's one thing I.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.